Hello there, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Vungo presenting you today's top stories as usual.
Administrative reform should focus on benefiting people and businesses. Vietnamese firm joins investment promotion forum in Germany. And French composers bringing music to soothe AL victims' pain.
President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc hosted a reception for newly accredited ambassadors who came to present their credentials on March 9th.
Talking to Ambassador of Sierra Leone, Onis Mabam Domahina, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc expressed his belief that the diplomats will have lifted the two countries' relations to a new height, especially in economy and trade, and further tap into their huge potential. The new ambassador pledged to do his utmost to foster Vietnam-Sierra Leone relations. At the meeting with Nepalese Ambassador Ganesh Prasad Dakar, President Phúc noted Vietnam always treasures the cooperation with Nepal. He said he hopes the ambassador will make all-out efforts to contribute to two countries' partnership. Welcoming Carlos Huberto Jimenez Licona, assuming his role as ambassador of Guatemala, President Phúc said Vietnam holds more trade and investment potential. Licona pledged to have developed bilateral cooperation in a more substantive and effective manner. Receiving Ambassador of the Maldives, Mohammad Jinnah, President Phúc held the two countries share similarities in economic development directions, especially in terms of tourism, which is a favorable condition for them to bolster ties in the coming time. Applauding the Dominican Republic's plan to open an embassy in Vietnam, President Phúc told Ambassador James Roquis Francisco Rodriguez that it will be an important event in the two countries' relations. The ambassador voiced his hope that Vietnam will also open its embassy in the Dominican Republic soon.
Administrative reform should be strengthened to ensure a strong and effective system, aiming to benefit people and businesses and contributing to preventing corruption. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính made the remark while chairing a meeting of the Government Steering Committee for Administrative Reform in Hanoi on March 9th.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, who is chairman of the committee, underscored that the party states have defined administrative reform as one of the breakthrough tasks to revamp the law-governed socialist state for national development. The government's leader underlined that this year it is crucial to make breakthrough in the work, especially the reform of administrative procedures related to people and businesses, so as to mobilize all resources for the national development and enhancing the efficiency of governance activities. According to the Prime Minister, administrative reform should focus on building institutions for administrative reform, reviewing administrative procedures, and increasing investment in financial and human resources for the work. He asked ministries, sectors, and localities to speeding up decentralization and the delegation of power with specific responsibility defined for individuals while working harder to set the bottlenecks in administrative procedures and making stronger investment in information technology, serving digital transformation process and the building of e-government.
A global guide talk dialogue took place in Hanoi on March 8th in celebration of the International Women's Day, launched by the Embassy of Sweden in Vietnam. It aimed to provide a forum for male participants to share sensitive issues, including on gender equality.
Those in attendance watched a video about the first such dialogue in October 2021 and exchanged views on the new concept. They shared the thoughts, saying it holds promise and should be expanded in Vietnam, and it would contribute to ensuring gender equality in particular and maintain family happiness in a more substantive and sustainable way.
Men usually have things that they find difficult to share even with friends and family. With this dialogue, where men can openly talk about life, I think many problems can be resolved, especially domestic violence and psychological issues. Men will feel more relaxed and happier in life. Such a model is new in Vietnam. However, I believe that once expanded, it will have a positive effect on gender equality around the country.
To me, gender equality means that genders can best develop to their own ability. When they are listened to and understood, they will be able to develop further. I hope such projects will expand it in a practical manner.
Among the 20 or so participants from domestic and international organizations, some were women. The dialogue provided a novel and interesting approach to discussing gender equality. Global Guide Talk was launched in Sweden in 2026 that expanded to other countries. The new concept was introduced in Vietnam in an effort to eliminate gender inequality in the country.
FLC Group's carrier Bamboo Airways expects to expand its network to other German major localities alongside the current route linking with Frankfurt.
The forum was part of activities in Germany to promote investments in Vietnam, which is underway until March 14.
The forum will open up chances for businesses of the countries to join hands, especially in fields that Vietnam holds huge potential, in such as aviation, tourism, golf, and resort real estate.
Germany is the largest trade partner of Vietnam in the EU, and Vietnam is the leading partner of Germany in Southeast Asia. Numerous corporations in Vietnam have taken the initiative in boosting cooperation and meeting stringent requirements of the German and EU markets, including FLC Group.
FLC Group's carrier Bamboo Airways expects to expand its network to other German major localities alongside the current route linking with Frankfurt.
At the forum, Bamboo Airways inked 3 cooperation agreements with strategic partners in Germany and is set to sign another on aircraft maintenance with the Air France Industries KML Engineering and Maintenance. The FLC Group will join similar activities to bolster investments in Vietnam this year. It's scheduled to take part in the Vietnam Week in the UK, slated for later this month.
Vietnamese rice, spices, and fruit have been increasing their presence in the demanding markets worldwide as local businesses are taking advantage of the free trade agreements.
The January Department of Customs rice export reached over 505,700 tons, worth more than $246 million in January, sharp increases of 45% and 20% against last year, respectively. The Vietnam Food Association forecasts that Vietnam would ensure its 2022 overseas rice shipments at around 6 tons, similar to the amount recorded in 2020 and 2021. In addition to the traditional key export owner, investment in new products such as species is also very promising. Currently, Vietnam's species exporters are better meeting strict requirements of foreign partners, capable of providing value-added, good quality, and safe products for many leading importers and premium distribution channels in many regions of the world. Contributing more than $3.5 billion to Vietnam's total export turnover in 2021, the fruit and vegetable industry also successfully delivered a series of new orders from the outset of 2022. This year's agroforestry fishery exports will reach or even exceed $50 billion, growing by 3 to 4%.
Kim Jae-min, a retired teacher in the Republic of Korea, has turned his photos on Vietnam into watercolor paintings, which are displayed at the gallery Yeonjong in the Republic of Korea's Incheon city.
The exhibition takes place at a time when the two countries are preparing for the 30th founding anniversary of diplomatic ties. The photos were taken by the retired teacher during his trips to Vietnam over the past 30 years, capturing the beauty of the country and people in Vietnamese localities.
Over the past 10 years, I have turned the photos into watercolor paintings, mainly to present Vietnamese in the Republic of Korea, helping them to ease their homesick.
Apart from two books on Vietnam written by himself and published in 1994 and 2005, Kim Yong-so is the co-author of another published in 2015, helping Koreans understand more about Vietnam. He also participated in a program organized by EBS TV to promote the image of Vietnam.
A French couple have developed their own form of music therapy, inspired by the music combined with the Montessori and Steiner educational methods. They have been particularly successful in sharing this musical inspiration with Agent Orange victims and people with disabilities in Vietnam, as well as many parts of the world.
With the original purpose of teaching music and playing the guitar, Marc Behin and Véronique Behin-Collier founded the Jabon Association in 1992 to use music to smooth unhappy souls and break down the age barrier. The association has cooperated with numerous non-government organizations over many years to perform and hold music classes for people with disabilities, bringing music therapy to rehabilitation centers in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Marc and Veronique have toured Vietnam many times, bringing music to the children of Agent Orange dioxin victims.
Many people have expressed a desire to continue hosting these experiences. In Hanoi, we held charity healing sessions with music therapy at the Van Kênh Friendship Village, with the help of doctors and members of charity associations.
In 2018, the group went to Yên Bái province to hold sessions and arose the ability of children with disabilities to perceive music, and also provided guidance to doctors, nurses, and even patients' relatives on music therapy methods.
We want to use music to bring joy and smiles to patients and help the families and loved ones relieve the sadness.
I remember one hungry mother when I treated her child with French songs. The child calmed down and no longer screamed like usual. The mother was so touched and told me that her son was 10 years old, and this was the first time she had seen him smile.
As a music therapist, Veronique believes that music therapy is important for people with disabilities.
The musical method allows patients to regain control over language or gestures. Each patient will follow a unique treatment, but all treatment regimens have the basic foundations of using music and musical instruments to share, exchange, and interact with patients.
For the couple, their work is just a drop in the ocean. They want to see the smiles of patients and the emotional moments of their loved ones when they see their trials progress. Many plans have had to be shut because of COVID-19, but the members of Jabon hope that the pandemic will end soon so they can bring music everywhere and to everyone, including in Vietnam.
And that's the end of our bulletin. Thank you for being here with us. We hope to see you again soon.